How sweet it is. Hi again, everyone. I'm James Zerpine with AllBengals.com and Cincinnati Bengals Talk here at Paul Brown Stadium, where the Bengals are AFC North division champions. That's right. For the first time since 2015, the Bengals defeat the Kansas City Chiefs to become division champions, and how sweet it is. Like I said, there was a wild game, and we're going to get to the game. But first, let's talk about the division, and let's talk about this team a little bit as a whole. 10-6 on the year. They clinch the AFC North for the first time in more than half a decade. They're going to return to this place to play another game this season. Whether it's who it's against, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a playoff game right here at Paul Brown Stadium, and I think that this is such an awesome moment for you. Naturally, if you're watching this channel, you're probably a pretty serious Bengals fan. You're probably a diehard Bengals fan if you're watching regularly. And we've grown so much over the past 11 months or so, 10 months or so when we really hit the ground running. And it's because of how loyal Bengals fans are and how great Bengals fans are. So when I get out of the post-game news conference and I'm thinking about 10-6 and thinking about all the X's and O's and thinking about all that, I think for a second, I'm like, man, I hope you get to soak all of this up, enjoy every second of it, because a lot of you have believed in this team from training camp that they were going to win more than the 7 games that I predicted or more than the national pundits predicted. And not only did they do that, but they won the AFC North, and they have a chance here to make a January run, which is all you can ask for as a football fan. So enjoy it. Celebrate it, and let's dive into the 34-31 victory as the Bengals take down the Chiefs here at Paul Brown Stadium. And the game started ugly. Let's be honest. 14-0. You're looking up. You're like, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Jamar Chase happened, and I'll tell you where it happened. Right over here. Jamar Chase was right about where my finger is, and that dude went, whoop, and that's it. It's over. Blouses, 72 yards later, it's 14-7. Suddenly, it's a game, and the Bengals showed how resilient they were on offense and on defense. First, on offense, they rallied back from multiple 14-point deficits, which was huge against the Kansas City Chiefs team. And it starts with Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. It's a special connection. And Zach Taylor said this, and we're going to put a bunch of post-game clips together for you, so stay tuned for that. That'll be on Sunday night at some point. But this is what they envisioned when they drafted Jamar Chase, is this awesome 1-2 punch with him and Burrow, and then, T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd there. And it's just impossible to guard them all. And so when you get a team like the Chiefs that's going to play them one-on-one and play Jamar one-on-one, well, then you get 11 receptions for 266 yards, which is, by the way, a new Bengals record, and 3 touchdowns. I mean, the dude is unreal. I had someone just ask me a few minutes ago, there were fans tossing ball on the field. Hey, Offensive Rookie of the Year, you're damn right he should be Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I don't care what that Mac Jones dude is doing in New England. He's having a good season. I'm not saying that. But how many receivers can do what Jamar Chase has done this season? Not rookies, receivers. A lot of quarterbacks can do what Mac Jones is doing in New England right now. A lot of quarterbacks can do that. Not many wide receivers can do what Jamar Chase did. The 3rd and 27 on the final drive, insane. The all 3 touchdowns, insane. And Joe Burrow, another stellar performance. 30-39, 446 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 single-season Bengals franchise records. Passes to Andy Dalton for the most passing yards in a single season in Bengals history, and also has the most touchdown passes in a single season in Bengals history now with 34 in 1 game to go. By the way, there are some that are wondering probably about Joe Burrow's health. He was a little nicked up at the end there. Said it's his right knee, not his surgically repaired left knee. Tweaked it against the Chargers and retweaked it again today. He said he expects to be fine. So there's that. We'll monitor that. But today is a joyous day for Bengals fans everywhere, for Zach Taylor and company. And I thought Zach could have taken a ton of heat at the end of this game, right? The Bengals drive down in what was ultimately a 15-play, 74-yard drive that ate up all 6 minutes and 1 second left after the Chiefs tied the game at 31, ending on that Evan McPherson field goal. And by the way, if Jamar Chase isn't going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, well, maybe there should be a Special Teams Rookie of the Year, because Evan McPherson would certainly win that. Look, Zach Taylor made some tough decisions, and it looked ugly at times, and I get that. But the thing I liked is he stayed aggressive. They tried the run, then they went to the pass. And, you might not love a certain play call, and that's okay. But it was aggressive. And after the game, he said, yeah, if we were going to win the division, we'd have to take it. And I get that, especially with Patrick Mahomes on the other side. I understand why you would put the ball in Joe Burrow's hands. And ultimately, Jamar Chase continues. I mean, he drew penalties too. Outside of all that, he's drawing these holding penalties, these illegal hands to the face penalties that impacted everything. So that was a huge part of the game. And then let's get to the defense, because the defense, T. Higgins had some big plays. Tyler Boyd had the touchdown. Burrow and Chase obviously led the way on offense. But defensively, this team did a marvelous job in that second half. They hold the Chiefs to 0 points in the third quarter, which was huge because the Bengals were down 11 at halftime. Yeah, they scored on their first possession of the second half. But the last thing you wanted was to go back into that rhythm of that was there in the first half of a shootout, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they stalled the Chiefs enough for the Bengals to take the lead in the fourth quarter on that Boyd touchdown, that 5-yarder from Burrow to Boyd. And it's like, okay, now this is exactly what you need to potentially pull off the upset. And they were able to do it. And it's because of that defense. And no, they didn't force turnovers. They didn't. Eli Apple dropped one in the first half. That could have been a big play. But they didn't get crushed in the second half. They adjusted, and they only gave up 3 points. And if you do that with the way Joe Burrow's playing right now, I'll say this. A few weeks ago, Zach said, and this was after a loss, no one wants to see the Bengals. No one wants to play us right now is what he said. That's the quote. And, it was kind of laughable at the time because it was after a loss. But with the way Joe Burrow's playing, with the way this offense is playing and the defense, how consistent they've been and how they just played really, really well against Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and the Chiefs, might be onto something there. So the Bengals in the playoffs for the first time since 2015, in the playoffs, or winning the division for the first time since 2015, and a chance to get to 11-6 next week against Cleveland. We're going to have a ton for you right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. And by the way, Week 17 isn't over, or maybe you do think Jamar Chase is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. In any case, make sure you get to mybookie.ag right now. Use promo code BengalsTalk. You're going to get a 100% deposit match. It is a one-stop shop for all your betting needs. So whether you're betting on Burrow to win Comeback Player of the Year, Jamar Chase to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, maybe it's the Bengals to win the Super Bowl, win the AFC. They just beat the number one team in the AFC right here at Paul Brown Stadium. Never say never. It seems like anything is possible right now with the way Joe Burrow is playing and Jamar Chase carrying defenders. So get to mybookie.ag right now. Again, use promo code BengalsTalk, and you're going to get a 100% deposit match. And it isn't just NFL. They got you covered for UFC, NBA, and anything in between, including the national championship, the college football national championship game between Georgia and Alabama. So mybookie.ag, again, promo code BengalsTalk. What a wild season. It's been 10-6. Like I said, enjoy it. It was a chilly day here at Paul Brown Stadium, and I think the coldest take of the world, because it's cold right now. I'm cold. I left my jacket upstairs before we came down for the news conferences. And the coldest take, it's not my hands, which are getting colder and colder by the second. It's the people that said that the Bengals were idiots for drafting Jamar Chase. It's a very, very, very cold take. And with that, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. And please, please, please say hi in public. I talked to multiple people today at the stadium that came up to me, whether I was in line to get food, I was in line coming into the stadium, and you said you watch this channel. I love it. That we're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to bring you videos, stand-ups like this, post-game, on the field, and playoff coverage. That's right, playoff coverage. We'll be in Cleveland next week, and then playoff coverage the following week. So a ton coming your way. Like I said, we'll get some post-game reaction up as well. But hit that subscribe button. And again, the final score here, the AFC North champion, Cincinnati Bengals 34, the Kansas City Chiefs 31. James Rapine signing off from Paul Brown Stadium.